All right, well, before we start taking apart this fan and getting into it, what I want to explain to you that this series is not about fixing the electronics of the fan. If your fan is not working and you want to restore it and get it working, I suggest taking it to a professional who knows how to actually take these apart, correctly clean them, and get them and rewire them. I'm not an electrician, I don't know how to do that, but what I do know is, and I'll show you in the next video, when you first are going into a house to pull these out or salvage them, or you see them in like an old store or something like that, you can hook them up to an electrical source to see if the motor works. Hopefully that it does. Like, these are built very simply, so most of them that I've seen, the motor does actually work. But it can get expensive. It could be maybe $1,000 to totally redo one of these fans on the electronics. So it's best is if you are going to restore a fan and you want to do it on the cheap, then try to make sure that the fan works or go get another one. There's lots of these fans just being given away on Craigslist or for sale for very cheap on eBay. And if you can get one where the electronics work beforehand, it makes it so much easier to go in and restore it, because you simply just pull it apart, or maybe you just even need to repaint it without even pulling it apart, which I did on another fan. So I just want to explain that, but just to let you know, and anything regarding the wiring, I suggest you get a professional electrician to help you wire it into your house and make sure that all the wiring is still good. Two of these wires on here are very simple, and this one has gotten pulled out a little bit, but basically there's a white and a black wire. And they just connect right to the center of the shaft. You can see here I'm just moving it back and forth. So if you were to replace you could replace two wires. It would be the white and the black that go through. The blue, red, and the other white one, they go up into the motor here. So you'd want to be very careful about those wires. These two you could replace, but again, I recommend getting professional help to do that. So just want to explain that this video series is not how to take apart all the electronics, but it's simply to help you clean out the mechanical part of it, which is very easy. And I hope I can demonstrate that to you. So just want to mention that and hope this is helpful. Thanks.
Okay.
All right. All right, so I'm with my friend here, Steven, and what we're going to try and show you is how to see if the fan will work before you do all the restoration work. So a lot of times you may find these fans, they're getting pulled out of an old house, they're just laying on the ground, and you just want to make sure that the fan's actually going to work. So what you can do is you can take an old extension cord, just like, this one I think was from like the 80s or something, and you basically splice the two wires, you cut it, and then you pull off the rubber, and you now have two wires like this. And then I'll have Steven explain the rest. So then, one of you,
So it doesn't matter. We're just going to hook up to one to the white, one to the black, since there's just a single fixture. So we'll do that now. We'll just twist this on here.
I'm going to zoom in here.
And then we're going to put a wire nut on it.
Okay. So one to the white, one to the black. It doesn't matter.
One to the white, one to the black. On this particular application, it doesn't matter because it's just one fixture. So we're just going in with a regular 110 voltage, and we're going to wire nut it too. And then also
the wire nut makes it more safe, right?
It does, and we're just testing this fan, but just for safety practices, to get always safety, we're going to go ahead and tape up these ends. It's always a good practice after you put your wire nut on to tape. It just makes a really good install. I'm just going to do it real lightly because
we're on the video.
We're just on a test.
Oh, this is why I like Steven. He always does it right.
So we're going to tape a little bit on here too, and we put a little bit more if it was permanent, but it's not. So it's just for test. And then we'll just put it on something and plug this guy in.
All right.
I guess this whole thing, this whole motor in there turns. So I'm gonna see if I get enough slack here. You can show them the motor if it does come on.
Okay.
I'm sure this plug's hot here.
Yes, it is.
So here we go.
Oh, look at that.
There it goes.
It works. It works well.
It works.
Sweet.
I need a little oil, but it's...
Yeah. So after you tested this, this shows you that that it works. Then you can take it home and then follow the rest of the steps I'll show you to basically take it apart, clean it up, and get it re-oiled. And then it'll work another 50 years. All right, thanks, Steven.
See you later.
Bye.